Alrighty, welcome to this training video here for the Income Navigator service. Today is Payday Wednesday, as we call it, but it's the day where I take off one ES strangle and one gold strangle GC and put a new one on. So I'm going to walk through that process with you just so you can see exactly what I'm looking at when I do that. So we're going to start up here on the spreadsheet that I track all of my trades on. So this is the trade tracking spreadsheet, has all of the trades by strategy. And then I do also record those trades as well down here in the different tabs so I can track by strategy. All right, so let's take a look. First thing we want to do here is we want to update the current prices of the different strangles so we can see which ones are the most profitable. So first piece is let's take off what we have on right now. So we're going to jump into the platform. We're going to look at GC and we're going to look at our different strangle trades that we have on. So right now the 1760, 2225 is roughly 690. Okay, so that one's in. Then the next one's the 1775 short puts, which is 675. Okay, the next one's going to be the August 28th, 1800 puts, which would be this one at 450. And then lastly, we have the 1810 put 2325, and that one is at 465. All right, so there's the four strangles current trades. This is what we sold them for. Here's the current profit. So you can see this one here is the most profitable of all of the strangles, which is the 1810 2325 for August. That's at a 51% winner right now. So that's the one we're going to look to take off. So what I will do is I will actually take that. I'll move it down into my closed trades section, even though we haven't closed it yet. And I'm going to see if I can get that 465 here. So we'll go in here, we'll replace the orders. I always leave a $1 close on these. And I'm going to put it on for 460, place that trade, and we're going to let it work for a bit. We'll probably have to move it around, but we may have to go up a little bit higher to get filled on that trade. Maybe 470 will probably get it done, but we'll leave it at 460 for a little bit here while we fuss around with the others. I'm not going to put on a new trade yet. Just that's how I picked which one is most profitable. I can see that pretty clearly. Who knows what this one will fill at down here, but we will be closing it today on 6/28. So I'll update the date and then I'll update the price when I get filled on this one. And I'm going to assume it's going to be a winner. So we'll see what happens. So let's take a look at our ES strangles. First one is the September 3800 puts, September 15th. So let's go up to ES. September 15th. Okay, it's the most recent one, this 3800. It's at 1535 or so. All right, the next one is the September 15th, 3750. Okay, which would be this one at 1455. The next one here is the 3675, which is at 1562. I'll say 65. Okay, and then the last one is this 3360, 4550, and this one's at 2090 right now. Okay, so let's take a look over here, see which one's the most profitable, and the most profitable one happens to be the 3750 4800 one. So because that's at a 36% profit so far, so that will be the one that we're going to work to close today. Clean up my spreadsheet a little bit here. I will add a spot as well to add a new GC and a new ES strangle once those are done. But these are the two that I'm going to be pulling off. So this the 3750 strangle, this one. So we're going to replace, again, these all have $1 just so I can track them, so I can see what my prices are. I'm going to replace that with the current strikes or current price of 14.25. And we'll see what happens on that. We don't usually get filled right away. We'll probably have to fuss this thing. And it's looking like we'll probably have to move it to 14.50 anyway. So we'll leave it there. And that's how I selected the puts to be closed today. So we're hoping that those will be closed. And now I'm going to put on the new ES trade. So what I will do is I will go out to closest to 90 days on these particular trades. That will be this strike, which is the September 29th strike at 93 days. I'm going to do my normal 7 delta, which is 3,800. And I'm going to go up to about 6 delta on the calls, which is about 48.25. We're getting 22.50 for this particular trade. So that's what we'll be adding into here. And I'm going to put this trade on right now. So that trade has been entered. So I'm letting that trade work here. It'll be down in here. So this trade is currently working. We'll see if we get a fill on this one to open. And then what I typically will do on my spreadsheet, I will copy and paste. 6/28 is the entry date. Okay, the strikes on that particular trade, that is the September 29th still. So we're still in the September 29th, which is a 93 DTE trade. And the 3,800, 48.25. So 3,800, 48.25. Wow, pretty close to the last ones. And we were just filled on it. So I can take a quick look. We'll take a look at our activity here on this one. And I just want to take a quick look. So we were filled at 22.50. Okay, obviously I'm not pricing that one out. We filled it today, 93 days. And then what was my buying power on this one? It was 34.31. So 34.31, and boom, that one's done. So we'll be adding this new trade on. We'll be waiting for this one to close today. And then we've also got a gold strangle to put on as well. So let's go to gold. We're still waiting to get filled on this one down here, which is now 475. Okay, we'll move up a tad and we'll just see how that goes. In the meantime, while those are working, let's take a look at gold. What can we do? We'll go up to 90. We have an exact 90 DTE. I'm going to work on down. We're going to be very close on strikes to what we've already had working. But I'm going to put on I typically will choose around the highest or the most open interest trade. So this one will be the 7 delta here. We're going to put on this 17.65, and then I'm going to go up here to 6 delta. Okay, and we're going to do the 21.85 on this particular strike. I do quantity of 2 on these because I can take up to a roughly almost a $5,500 loss on these. So a 2x loss on this would be 3,400. We're taking in 1,700 on this trade. So we're going to place that trade and send that one to get that working. Okay, so that one is now working. Sorry, we'll take a quick look, and that is the September 26th. So 9/26, copy, paste it up, change the dates, 6/28, September 26th, strangle, and then we're doing on this one, we're doing the 17.65, 21.85. 17.65, 21.85. I believe it was 21.85, right? Yeah. So that's that's what we're putting on. We haven't had a fill yet on that. So we'll wait to fill in. If we get filled on this trade, and gold strangles do take a little bit of time. Let's look at 840. And we'll just wait and see if this thing gets filled. If it does, it's going to use up about 6,774 in buying power, which is high for our buying power on that strangle, but that's what it's looking at right now, 67.74 in buying power, and we're looking for about $8.40. I don't know if we'll get that. We might have to adjust. Gold takes forever. All right, so there's our strangles. I'll be waiting for these to close. I'll be waiting for this one to open. In fact, I normally will also designate this thing as yellow for working, so that at least I can track on my spreadsheet what's working. This one's already been filled, so we're already done. I'll be posting that in the chat. So hopefully this was helpful, gives you insight as to how we run our weekly strangles out there. You can see, if we maybe take a look at some of these weekly strangles, there's a question that Jeff put in the Income Navigator chat today, which, why would I do, why are you putting on X strategy every so many weeks or months versus just putting it on over time when you hit a certain profit or loss? I don't know that there's a really great right or wrong answer. This just makes me, doing it weekly on Wednesdays. Wednesdays I found to be a great day to take these on and off according to back testing. So that's why I just stuck with Wednesday. Maybe it's actually Tuesday now. I don't know. Wednesday is totally fine because Mondays we do the leaps. So it just gives me something to do each day. But if you look at these wins that we've had on these trades, going back just the last couple months on these weekly strangles, look at the days in trade. I mean, they're pretty much just averaging 28, 30, exactly 4 weeks in the trade. And I'm averaging, pretty close to 50% on this trade. So can you, we just got filled on gold at 470. In fact, let's take care of that right now. Okay, so there's a gold fill there. Okay, again, that gold closed for exactly $50 or 50%, 50.5 in 28 days. So sometimes you make more, sometimes you make a little less, like this ES one here. Just want to double check the activity. So that, yeah, we did close the gold. So they've closed both now on this. But you can again see when you look at this strategy, it keeps me consistent. Could I take these off at 50? Yeah, they'd almost be the exact same trade. But sometimes well, this one took a little bit longer because we got knocked out of a bunch of gold strangles in March. So we didn't have as many trades to take off in April until we built back up. And then May was a 5-week month. But had I been taking them off at 50, I'd be pretty doggone close to 30 days anyway. So for me, it just keeps me rolling. Some of these, I get more than 50. Look at these trades in here. A lot of them were, 28 days or so, but I was getting more than 50. And then sometimes not. Last week when we took off the ES, one of the ES strangles because we waited. But we took one off at 21 days because we had an extra one on. A small gain and then a small gain because of ES moving up higher. But overall for the month, we're still averaging a 44%, almost 45% premium capture in 28 days. But look at these gold. In 30 days, I actually made 70% almost on 2 of these. You'd have missed out on that if you'd closed at 50. Now maybe you'd close at 50 in 24 days. You put a new trade on. That's all good. I think in 30 days, I'm pretty happy the fact that I got 67, 69% on those. So those are working pretty well. So we have closed these 2 trades out. Okay, so these are officially in the books here. I would then take these. I will move them into weekly strangles. They're the last ones for the month. And just making sure that the formulas are all good. So there's where we are on the month for trading these. So average days in trade was 26 and average premium capture was 44 for this month. another almost $4,000 on this trade. So again, there's a lot of different ways you can do it, but I hope this helps you guys on that. You can do this weekly like I'm doing. It just gives me a nice weekly income stream, but you could simply just close these at 50%, and maybe that would take longer. I just like to, try to make that money weekly so I know what I still have to do. All right, hopefully that helps. You guys enjoy a great, fantastic rest of your day.